right, we're about to be back up and running. Though it doesn't seem like everything's working. All right, there it is. And there's that. Okay. Little technical glitch, but we're up and running on both streams now. So, live drum practice number 31, Smells Like Teen Spirit. This is day 3 for me. If you guys need the sheet music, want to support us, like, comment, subscribe, or become a member at musicbythemeasurespro.com. So, I'm just going to jump back in. Now I have to move my brain from the technical aspect to the playing aspect. This beginning gets me. It's a little difficult for me. But we have this. I'm just going to do hands first, then I'm going to do feet. What's up, bro? What's up, drums? I had a crash right away. That's always a fun thing. Sometimes, and actually OBS just updated for me. That's the program that I use to put this on YouTube. Sometimes, like lately, 1 or 2 of the streams just like goes away. All right, so we're gonna go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. We're gonna see if I can jump right in at 68. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Then with the feet, it's gonna be 1 E, 2 E, 3 E, 4, and 1 E, 2 E, 3 E, 4, and 1 E. Oof is right. It's like getting all set up to record. I mean, it is. We're recording, right? But like, I don't know. I do this often with like my own. It's easy to psych yourself out when you're going to record something. I've been working on a track for my band, and I went to press record on that. And I was like, well, I don't like the mix of this. So all of a sudden, I started cleaning up the mix instead of recording, which I do think was a good idea. But sometimes it's just a distraction. So the technical versus the musical, I guess. Both have to exist for good reasons. But everything's working now. So I got like a quick 45 minutes to do this, so I'm just going to hit the floor, hopefully running. We'll see if 68 is possible. 2 E and 3 and 4 and... Now, I don't think I can think through the feet that fast, but we'll try. 1 E, 2 E, 3 E, 4, and 1 E, 2 E, 3 E, 4, and 1 E, 2 E, 3 E, 4, and E, 2 E, 3 E, 4, and all right. So definitely need a little slower for the feet. So let's get that. Let's try 58. 3 E and 4 and 1 E, 2 E, 3 E, 4 and 1 E, 2 E, 3 E, 4 and 3 E, 4 and 1 E, 2 E, 3 E, 4 and 2 E and 3 E. The idea is there for sure. It's just getting control and not wanting to rush. 3 E and 4 and I'm forgetting to close my left foot. 3 E and 4 and so jumping right in and like pulling that Band-Aid off sometimes works. Right now, I'm kind of giving myself a little iffy on that. I want the feet to be cleaner than it is right now. But I'm happy that I can at least put it together. and a lot quicker, obviously, than the last two lives on it. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and. All right, just feet. E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and 2 E 3 E 4 and. I can't play this through yet, drums. I can play the verse beat because I think the verse beat is. Or it might be 2 kicks. So no, I can't play this song. Now, the funny thing is I've taught this song multiple times, but I've never gotten it up to a good level. Clearly, you see a marker of 54 and 72. Full speed, I think, is 118. But the good thing is, as soon as I get this down, there's that one other section, one triplet, I think, after the chorus, and that's the entire song. So a lot of it's just getting the speed of my feet up and running. See, I can fake it, right? But I can't fake it with the click yet. It's going to just take a little bit longer. 4, 4, and. Okay. So let's do a couple more 54. 3 and 4 and. Is it, bro? I can't see the readout on it. Drum says the shorts is glitching a lot. Might just be a bad technology day. I don't know who Calvin Rogers is. Who is Calvin Rogers? Let me see if... yeah, so it might just take a minute to stop dropping those frames, but I see the stream is glitching. Sometimes it just takes a minute or two to, like, I don't know, warm through the interwebs. Simshan, I think is asked who Calvin Rogers is. So let me know, or if I like him, let me know who Calvin Rogers is. One E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and. Oh, dude, gospel drummers are good. They're good drummers. Throw out a couple songs that I should listen to. I'll check it out. All right, let's do this again. 54. This might just be a rough practice because I only have like 45 minutes, but I feel a little unsettled. A 2 E, a 3 E, a 4 and 1 E, a 2 E, a 3 E, a 4 and. I've not heard of Glenn Hoagland. No. So you guys got to throw out songs that I should listen to. I will take a gander at them. In drums, why don't you feel like you could play gospel? I feel like those guys are good. I don't know if it's out of a skill set, though. I can't play Smells Like Teen Spirit, so I probably couldn't play it. And 2 E and 3 E and 4 and 1 E and 2. trying to get my left foot to do what I want all the time. All right, we're going to go back up to 48, 58. And a 3 E and a 4 and 1 E, a 2 E. See, I want the same amount of control that I have when I'm not doing my hands at all, right? So 1 E, a 2 E, a 3 E, a 4 and 1 E, a 2 E, a 3 E, a 4 and yeah, dude, anything that's super technical is something I need to work on too. Both hands and feet, like the Muller technique, free stroke, push pull. What I've always tried to do with myself and students is like you trick yourself into practicing by learning songs that you want to learn. Or like for me, I have to learn the song to teach a student. So it makes sense for me to spend time on it. But I notice when I spend, if I spend a half hour on rudiments for a week, all of a sudden a song gets easier to learn. So I do think like, I don't know, if I do these for a year, maybe a year to two, I'll be able to play a lot of like modern pop, rock stuff. And then maybe move into jazz or funk. I don't know. I guess that stuff doesn't excite me as much for whatever reason. Like, I love Tom Petty. I love the Beatles. I think Petty had a great drummer. Hasn't had a great drummer because they're not playing anymore. He's still alive, though. Petty isn't. The drummer is. Ringo Starr was an interesting drummer. Unconventional in a lot of ways. Played to the song a lot. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see where we're at in a year. But I think all that stuff, I don't know. The more you add that stuff into your playing, right, the more it'll make you a better drummer and breathe life into your other stuff that you're doing. So, all right. I'm going to try to settle down and do a little hands. And then do feet. Dude, yeah, think about it. Think about a metal drummer that takes jazz and funk seriously and implements that into their playing, that hybrid style. A 3E, a 4, and 1 E, a 2 E, a 3 E, a 4. I feel like I always rush that last eighth note. The secret sauce, though, guys, is hands, feet together. Hands, feet together. It's so akin to piano, right? Right hand, left hand, figuring out who has to lead and who's going to tell you what to go. But it's also where I kind of struggled when I was playing piano as a little kid. I didn't have the coordination to do both hands together, so oftentimes I would just like chat with the teacher and hopefully she wouldn't make me learn anything. So hands. A 2E, a 3E, a 4, and 1E, a 2E, a 3E, a 4, and now, see, that's what I'm talking about. It all of a sudden clicks, right? Now, that wasn't perfect, but it was smooth enough and almost in time. 3 and a 4 and... That foot I don't have control of at the end. Now, still a long ways to go to 118. All right, 66. So the hands really seem like a formality at this point, right? Like I know how to do, but it's still just good to walk through every time. And as we get to these faster tempos, I'm not going to be able to keep my foot doing what I want it to. One E, a 2E, a 3E, a 4, and sloppy. I can live with it. It wasn't great by any means, and I'm slaughtering something on the fourth beat. Three E and a 4 and 1 E, a 2 E, a 3 E, a 4 and now I was about to talk, and so I was playing and trying to talk at the same time. So it was sloppy at 66 when I put both together, but as soon as I went to feet, before I started trying to talk, it was good. Like it helped me kind of force the feet by itself together. So just taking something away, putting it back, taking it back, putting it away. I'm not communicating well. Blame it on the technology. All right, a little bit faster. 1 E, a 2 E, a 3 E, a 4, and 1 E, a 2 E, a 3 E. 3 E and a 4 and 1 E, a 2 E, a 3 E, a 4 and 3 and 4 and I fall apart. All right. We're going to move on. That was 68, which is where I started and was terrible. And now it's a different kind of terrible. I don't even mean that in a bad way. It's not there. Clearly, because you heard it and it's not there. But like, I understand it more at 68. It's just not playable. But we'll come back to it in a minute. You have to choose in practice, like, am I just going to put my head down and just power through that for like 5-10 more minutes? Sometimes yes. Sometimes no. So today I'm going to choose to go to this other one. I know my issue on this part is beat 2 to 3. I like to play something weird there. I like to just ending up with that kick strong. So it's from 2, it's 2 and 3. 2 in. And then when you get that extra snare in there, it'd be 2 and 3 E and 2 E and 3 E. 2 E and 3 E and 2 E and 2 E and 3 E and there we go. Now, if you are playing drums and you're like me with not great technique, some of that technique will like develop on its own by you stumbling around in the dark trying to play the idea of the beat, which is really where I'm at right now, right? Like every once in a while my foot slips into something that's really close to like decent technique. Sometimes it slips out of that and it's worse, but it's kind of just practicing it that way over and over again, and eventually like some stuff just comes together. Oh man. Drums, let me know if the live stream's doing any better. It looks like on my end it's kind of stabilizing, like it dropped a bunch of frames, but okay. If you're watching yet, man. All right, so see how fast this is. 2 E and 3. 2 E and 3. And 3 E and 2 E and 3 E and 2 E and 3 E and 3 E and 2 E and 3 E and feel like my kick is being a little lazy. Let's try to put this all together. This may not solve anything. 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4, and 1, a 2, a 3, and a 3 and a 4 and so one thing I need to work on is that double on the 16th notes, the 3 and 3 and and 3 and 3 and right. You hear that quick? Kind of doing. I can't see my foot perfectly, but now again, having not great technical skills, it's tough for me to do that while playing 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4, and it shouldn't be that difficult. And oftentimes, like I'll be teaching, and somebody will like power their way through that, and all flat-footed, and they could still make it work. It helps if you're like 12 and 13, right? And you're fast and in shape, unlike me being old and 40. I think to clean this up, let's try 55. 3 and a 4 and so it's actually 1 E and a 2 and 3 and a 4 and 1 E and a 2 and 3 and a 4 and so that's really, and I might be lacking patience today, via just my life. I think the answer to this one, though, is spending enough time on that kick, right? That kick is where I kind of fall apart. And so doing the metronome at 55, kick, put it together, kick, put it together. It's a good back and forth exercise. That's really what I'm looking for when I'm learning a part. Like, what's the quickest way for me to figure this out? Okay, well, I probably can't play it at 118. That's fine. I don't need to play it at 118 yet. I just need to get there eventually. And then, like, as you start leveling up the playing field, it's like, okay, is it your foot slowing you down? Is your hand slowing you down? Do you not understand the rhythm? Sometimes it's all of those things. 1 E and a 2 and 3 and a 4 and. Now, when I'm doing just kick, I'm really trying to think about my technique. When I put everything together, that technique might go away. 1 E and a 2 and 3 and a 4 and 1. Hey, Sky. The funny thing is, somebody asked me that the other day. I'm going to answer Sky's question in a minute. He goes, how long have I been playing? He or she, I don't know. How long have I been playing drums for? Long enough that I should be good, or should be decent. How long have I been playing? Let's say like 10 years, 12 to 13 years. How long have I been practicing, I think is the question. Not very long. I was fortunate when I owned my teaching studio to be like, oh man, you want to learn drums? Well, here's a basic rock beat. Here's a bunch of fills. And I never really I had to demonstrate them, show them a couple times, but I never really had to spend hours playing them, which is actually a little bit of a regret of mine. I wanted to spend the hours, and that's part of what this video series is about. You guys kind of watching it live of like, hey, how's this guy going to learn this? Is he going to learn this? Now, what's funny is I will often, like, actually, the reason I have to be done at 7:30 is I have a drum lesson to go teach. And sometimes you have your songs that you've already learned. I can play those halfway decent. Sometimes, like, the triplet in Seven Nation Army beat, I can't play that. So, to answer, I'll try to wrap that question up, that answer. I've been playing for like 15 years. I mean, I've played live a handful of times. I'm not that good, as you can probably tell. I'm good. We're on the journey to good, is what I was going to say. But yeah, I've been off and on practicing harder for 2 years, but even that was not been completely dedicated. So the good thing is this is number 31 in our live series of practicing songs on drums, which means about 30 hours of practice. Now, I'm hoping I don't have to do the 10,000 hours. I think I got like 4 or 5,000 hours in the bag. This will just be 4 or 5,000 hours of refinement. I think in the future, no one's ever going to ask that question again because they're like, God damn, he does a long fucking answer. A 3E and a 4 and 1E and a 2 and... One E and a 2 and 3 and a 4 and a 2, a 3E and a 4 and 1, a 2, a 3E and a 4. Thanks, Guy. Do you play? Do you play or just like to watch? It's the same thing. We're going to do feet. We're going to do hands. We're going to put it together. And 3 and a 4 and 1 E and a 2 and 3 and a 4 and 1 E and a 2 and a 2, a 3E and a 4 and just feet. 3 and a 4 and 1 E and a 2 and I like that even if I'm not counting it, I just mouth the words out loud. Yeah. So this guy's better than I am, and that's fine. Humbleness, I think, is important. And that's a different. I hope you've had a dedicated 8 years, or learned the path that you want, or even just getting like good at playing experience. I think that is all the difference in the world. Just the time in, right? As anyone who plays drums, and obviously we have a lot of drummers who watch. It's time in. You got to spend time on your instrument. You have to learn these techniques and pathways and blah blah blah. That's how you get good. It's a big instrument to learn, not only size wise but technique wise. 3 and a 4 and Sky. What's your kind of style of music that you like to learn and play? 1, a 2, 3 and a 4 and 1 E and a 2 and 3 and a 4 and so I kind of like feel like I'm actually getting a little bit of a groove to that now. Part of it is just really thinking hard about my foot. And then keeping that concentration on my foot while I'm playing everything else. And then every once in a while I'm sloshing around on that metronome. 1, a 2, a 3 and a 4 and Okay, yeah, Sky. So yeah, you're probably a pretty good drummer then. If you're playing progressive rock and fusion stuff. Um, if you like what's going on here, Sky, add me though, and I like to check out what everyone else is working on. I find it very interesting where like I've noticed a lot with drummers, like they're super encouraging. They're like, "Hey, bro, you're learning this," and I'm always a little embarrassed when I say, "Yeah, well, I've taught for like 15 years too." But I always like to see what everyone else is working on. So if you have videos on YouTube, I'd love to see it. Just community, right? See what you're working on. And a 4 and 1 E and a 2 and 3 and a 4 and the 2 and 3 and a 4 and 1 a 2 a 3 and a 4. There we go. A 2, a 3, and a 4, and really trying to think hard about landing like that with my foot. I just try to direct my foot as if I'm an X-Men character. It's just hard to put that all together. Again, here's how you practice. I'm telling myself and I'm telling you guys. Spend time going. I gotta count that 16th tone right. 1 E and a 2 and 3 and a 4 and. See there, I don't feel like I landed how I wanted to. Now, again, if you spend hours practicing, you will not have to think through all these kick drum pedal things or the hand things that I have to think through just because I don't have that background knowledge yet. It will come by live number 100. Maybe by 100. Maybe it'll be 12. So, bro, okay, so Sky says, I'm working on getting videos out. I just need to get a proper mic setup going. Your kit sounds so good, though. So here's my argument, and you're not wrong. Not that I'm trying to appease you or anything, but you just need to do it. Even if you don't have a proper mic setup, just do one with, like, your cell phone video. Like, we've released shorts that, like, I spend time editing and, like, manipulate and make them look good, and they get 12 views. And sometimes I do a short that's just a piece of shit, and it gets 1,000 views. And not that views matter, but we all like, getting noticed and appreciated. But my drum set's really nice, but I'm not that great of a player yet. Your microphone setup isn't great. My microphone setup is really nice too. So I sold my house when I sold my music studio and put a lot of money into gear because I wanted to do this full time. Then some health stuff and blah, blah, blah. But now I'm back focusing, trying to get this up and running and doing lives, trying to do lives every day. So, but yeah, a mic setup, they make these really nice, as you probably know, these little microphones that attach to your phone that sound halfway decent. Obviously, drums are a very difficult thing to record with a cell phone. Like sometimes you can, if you have it just right, you can get a really good sound quality. Sometimes it's just complete garbage. So yeah, post when you're ready, but I'm there when you are. We'll check it out. Where are you from, Sky, by the way? 3 and a 4 and 1, a 2, a 3 and a 4 and. One, a 2, a 3 and a 4 and. A 2, 3 and a 4 and 1 E and a 2 and 3 and a 4 and. I also think of how I like to learn, I like to get a little obsessive. I think of this as like compound interest. Like Probably shouldn't do 69. But anyway, what's going to happen? Oh, dude, from South Africa. Cool. Bro, I've held myself back too many times by like, actually, dude, some of these first videos I tried to do, even before I went live, I was doing these videos like, I'd get the camera set up, I'd hit record, and then I'd be like, well, that wasn't very good, or I said something really stupid. And what I'm trying to learn to do, even how actually when I press streams, it's kind of funny. Like I'll get them all set, and I'll be like, I won't even prepare myself, and you can probably tell that I don't prepare myself, and I'm okay with that. It's I'm working on getting comfortable being bad, getting comfortable being like learning on screen, and even working on communicating. And what I like about like drums hanging out, Randy hangs out a lot sometimes. I say a lot. I mean like 3 weeks or so. I don't know. Like you guys inspire me to practice, and this is more engaging. And sometimes I get to take a little break and chat, and then I don't have to worry about playing this beat wrong and look like an idiot, or I can like recoup a little bit. So I think I don't know you, Sky. I don't know you yet, but I think we hold ourselves back, whether it be just putting ourselves out there or just like releasing your band's material or anything. I've done that for many a year. Now, the reality is a lot of my first band that I was ever in, or when I tried to sing on my own, was complete shit. I should have never released that. Or I should have released that and gotten so much feedback that I have two options of either quitting or just, continuing on. And hopefully you continue on. But it's that feedback. It's that feedback of why I like playing with the metronome. I'm going to be able to connect this point. This metronome gives me feedback. Now, I could play this beat over and over again without metronome, but I'm not going to learn where I'm actually at. I'm not going to get that feedback of saying, hey, you're at 70 BPM. I'm choosing not to say 69. Those are the kinds of things that like happen when we release music, when we play with the metronome. We learn, we grow from it. That's my speech. 3 and a 4 and 1, a 2, 3 and a 4 and 1 E and a 2 and 3 and a 4 and 2 and 3 and a 4 and 1, a 2, a 3 and a 4 and 1, a 2, a 3. So there's something going on, and it might be 3E. I like how I had to say that in time. Something in my rhythm falls apart. Yeah. Just get sloppy on the 3E and So, again, I probably need to go and play this slower some more times. So Sky says, and I totally agree with him, what really helped me with learning grooves is keeping time with the hi-hat if it's not too much coordination issues in moving the right hand to the ride. Yeah. I always think about something's trying to ground me. Not in like a parent trying to ground me, but like something's telling me who's in control. When I get syncopation like this, right, this offbeat 16th note stuff, that's a little bit above my pay grade, as they would say. But it will get resolved. I've said this before, a smarter man than I would probably do this in private and not release these. But what I found out is I was releasing no videos then. So moving to a live format and actually getting this kind of one-on-one chat. Like, Sky, if I just released this video, you wouldn't click on this, right? You'd be like, why do I want to watch this guy suck at Smells Like Teen Spirit? But since it's a live format, you're like, hey, this is my insight. This is what I've learned. And we're able to actually have a chat. I was going to say have a communication. That would not be the right way to say that. All right. I have to go teach a drum lesson. I'm working on Day Tripper and Back in Black with my student tonight. So there's some 16th note stuff in one of them. I know Day Tripper has an interesting snare part I need to figure out in the solo, but I'll be doing a live on that next couple of weeks. So, hey, Sky, great meeting you. Drums, great chatting with you. I can never pronounce his name. I think it's Simon Bun. I think I can pronounce Simon Bun. Guys, if you want to help support us, like, comment, all that good stuff helps us. And then if you guys need sheet music, if you're a teacher and you want high quality sheet music throughout the week to teach your students and exercises and good stuff like that and help support us, become a member at musicbythemeasurespro.com. You guys have a good